The people of this tribe defy all the laws of physics on Earth. It's unbelievable. For centuries, humans have always believed that the laws of physics are the immutable foundation of the world. Yet, somewhere on this planet, there are still people capable of doing the opposite. They don't use tricks, nor do they need a stage. With just their bodies and willpower, they leave modern science astonished. It's hard to believe, but for them, these things happen as normally as eating and drinking daily. In today's video of title NAM Comfort, we invite you to join us on a journey to discover the people who day and night break all physical limits and open up a new perspective on the miraculous potential of humans. The Maasai tribe. In the wild lands of East Africa, under vast grasslands, there is a tribe that surprises the whole world. That is the Maasai, warriors with the ability to jump so high it seems to defy Earth's gravity. What makes the Maasai special is not only the astonishing height they achieve, but also how they do it. No run-up, no supporting tools. With just a squat and a straight jump, they can soar nearly 1 meter into the air. Compared to the average jump height of ordinary people of about 20 to 30 centimeters, this is truly an impressive number. Moreover, those jumps are not for performance or mere play. For the Maasai, it is part of sacred traditional rituals. In a space echoing with singing and chanting that lasts for hours, the warriors take turns tugging rhythmically like a powerful dance, as if communicating with the gods. Notably, the technique they use is incredibly unique. All strength is concentrated in the leg muscles, while the arms act as levers, helping the body maintain perfect balance and reach higher with each jump. Each leap not only demonstrates physical strength, but also shows the harmonious coordination of power, speed, and astonishing body control. Monks with supernatural strength? Can the human mind control physical factors in the body? A great example of this question comes from an ancient monastery in the mountains of northern India, where Tibetan monks practice a special technique called tumo. This technique combines prolonged chanting and unique methods like a profound mystery. Where Tibetan monks practice a special technique called tumo. This technique, developed over centuries, helps monks not only control body temperature, but also adjust oxygen intake, even brainwaves. Remarkably, they can raise their body temperature to near fever levels, without any external assistance. To prove this, an interesting experiment was conducted. Monks wrapped wet cloth around their bodies in a freezing environment. Dr. Benson, director of the Benson-Heddy Institute, studied this phenomenon in the 1980s and discovered that when the monks' fingers and toes warmed up, it was due to vasodilation, which helps blood vessels expand, thereby reducing blood pressure and increasing body temperature. This is clear evidence that the power of the mind can strongly influence the body and surpass limits we once thought impossible. Monkey King. Not only monks, there are other extraordinary people in the world with the ability to surpass their body's limits. One of them is Zotarai, also known by the nickname Monkey King. Rai is a special man, famous for his excellent climbing skills. But what sets him apart is his ability to climb tall structures without safety ropes. He has performed amazing feats, like climbing a nearly 255 meters waterfall in Karika, or scaling a clock tower in just 15 minutes without any protective gear, simply using chalk for grip. Interestingly, Rai learned this special climbing skill from monkeys. Not stopping at learning, he also has the ability to understand their language. This makes his climbing ability even more extraordinary. Thus, Rai's achievements not only surprised everyone, but also attracted a lot of attention, proving his boldness and exceptional talent. The Great Beekeeper. Doc Menkari is a man with a special talent for beekeeping. He spent his entire 69 years not only keeping bees but also training them to appear in movie scenes. He was honored as one of the world's best beekeepers before retirement. One of his astonishing feats was training bees to fly into his mouth. To retrieve food from a honey-soaked sponge he prepared himself. This not only amazed people but also earned him a Guinness World Record for having 109 bees fly into his mouth in just 10 seconds. Additionally, he set another record by wearing a full bodysuit and playing the gradinette, while a swarm of bees flew around him. Although now 83 years old and unable to continue training bees as before, Doc Menkari still spends time caring for wild bees in his garden, much like how many nature lovers care for birds. Alongside his impressive beekeeping, he is also an author with over 100 publications, for most is scientific articles on beekeeping. Therefore, not only is Doc Menkari a top expert, but he is also a great inspiration for young beekeepers, helping them learn and develop the art of beekeeping wonderfully. The Indian chef with magic hands. In the bustling city of Delhi, there is a restaurant named Garnet that has become famous not only for the rich flavors of its traditional dishes, but also because of an extraordinary person. A 65-year-old street chef with hands dubbed magical. It's hard to believe but completely true. He can scoop fish directly from a pan of boiling oil, without using any utensils. Notably, the oil temperature can reach up to 200 degrees Celsius. Initially, this was just an experimental act. However, over time, it became a habit, a distinctive hallmark that sets him apart from any other chef. Even more remarkable is that he no longer feels pain or gets burned, despite frequently touching the boiling oil. For him, this action is no longer a challenge but has become an enjoyable experience, even an indispensable part of his daily cooking process. Thanks to this unique heat-defying technique, his reputation quickly spread and attracted attention from food enthusiasts everywhere. The Garnet restaurant has been a family treasure for generations, and to this day, his two sons have continued the tradition, with the dedication and cooking skills honed since childhood. Therefore, if you ever have the chance to visit India, don't forget to stop by Garnet Restaurant. It not only offers delicious, authentic dishes, but also preserves a unique cooking style found nowhere else. If you ever thought humans couldn't get close to dangerous wild animals, like lions or leopards, then the following story will surely make many people change their minds. In South Africa, there is a man named Kevin Richardson, who has amazed the world with his special ability to communicate and live in harmony with big cats. Born on October 8, 1974, in Johannesburg, from a young age, he displayed a deep passion for wild animals. Grown up near a famous lion park, Kevin soon befriended the manager there. This friendship opened the opportunity for him to interact and care for animals that had been kept in captivity and were recovering. Thanks to long-term bonding, he gradually understood their body language, thereby building a rare, trusting relationship. After many years of dedication to the animal world, Kevin founded the White Lion Kingdom, a vast sanctuary where he personally cares for over 26 lions, along with many species such as antelopes, leopards, and other native animals. Not stopping there, in 2013, he also successfully raised funds to establish the Kevin Jarson's Wildlife Sanctuary, which became a safe home for dozens of majestic creatures. What attracts people when following Kevin are the moments he hugs lions, playing with them like old friends. Despite many potential dangers, Kevin always believes that the bond between him and wild animals is sacred and priceless. His story is not only an admirable journey but also a deeply human reminder. Nature and humans can coexist harmoniously if they respect and understand each other. The jaw king. Ladies and gentlemen, many may think jaws are only for eating and chewing. But one man has made the world rethink that. Using his own teeth, he pulled a massive 328-ton train over 2 meters. A seemingly impossible number, yet completely real. Without machinery assistance or lifting equipment, just a steel cable secured in his mouth. He achieved this feat. His feet stood firm on a wooden plank, while his whole body pushed backward. Each centimeter the train moved made the crowd outside erupt in cheers and amazement. That's not just about strength, what? For many years, he persistently pursued an ancient meditation technique from India. Thanks to this, he not only enhanced his physical strength but also maintained mental and emotional balance. Besides meditation, he regularly performs jaw-specific exercises daily. Though sometimes uncomfortable, his perseverance gave him teeth as strong as steel, meticulously honed. This truly demonstrates a spirit of surpassing limits, an image that makes us proud and admiring. The Battery Man. And if the story of jaw strength surprised you, the next one is certainly even stranger. The Battery Man, is one of the peculiar cases in modern medicine and science. In 1983, he set his first Guinness record by withstanding up to 20,000 volts of electricity unharmed. To put it in perspective, that voltage could stop a normal person's heart instantly, but for him, it was nothing. Not stopping there, in 2003, he amazed the world by boiling a cup of water in just 1 minute and 37 seconds. Not with fire, nor with electronic devices, but with energy from his own body. It can be said that throughout his life, he lived like a mobile electrode, from spectacular performances to practical daily applications. He always drew attention, and notably, he and his family even opened a clinic right at home. There, he used his electrically charged hands to treat people with joint pain or chronic fatigue. No one else on the planet has abilities like his. Trusa is not just a phenomenon but also proof of the limitless potential hidden deep within the human body. The girl with X-ray eyes. At just 10 years old, Natasha Demkina surprised many by claiming she could see inside people's bodies. Initially, many thought it was just a child's imagination, but what she shared gradually became reality. She first discovered this special ability when seeing inside her mother's body, recognizing each internal organ and describing it in unbelievable detail. Over time, Natasha's strange ability became increasingly accurate. She can not only identify internal organs but also see down to the cellular level. Many people began to trust her diagnoses more than those of formally trained doctors. Thanks to strong internet virality, Natasha was invited to a television program in the UK to verify her abilities. There, she accurately identified many conditions such as migraines, endometriosis, and even heart defects. However, some of her diagnoses have not been confirmed by professionals. Some believe she has supernatural abilities, while others think she is skilled at observing and recognizing external signs of illness. What do you predict about this case? Let us know in the comments section. Regardless, her talent for detecting diseases is something that continues to amaze and impress many. The person with a brain that calculates like a machine. In a completely different field, this case is not medicine but mathematics. And there is also a person with extraordinary abilities, Scott Lambert. He is known as the world's leading calculator, thanks to his mental arithmetic skills that far exceed normal limits.
Without using a calculator or pen and paper, he can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
Even square roots and cube roots in the blink of an eye. In 2001 and 2003, Scott was officially recorded in the Guinness World Records
for performing repeated addition within 15 seconds, at a speed so fast that no calculator could keep up.
Not stopping there, in 1999, he also invented a unique computer calendar.
Using zero as the foundation for calculating days, months, and years.
A tool that is both novel and useful for those who love numbers. Besides his innate talent, Scott is also known as a passionate educator. He frequently shares interesting math learning methods on television,
Hoping people, especially the younger generation, feel that mathematics is no longer fun and has become more accessible than ever. It is precisely this combination of extraordinary intellect and a heart for contribution that has made him an inspiring icon in global education.
The man with the world's stretchiest skin. You will surely be surprised to learn the story of Gary, a man with an extremely unique physical characteristic. Gary has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a connective tissue disorder.
That makes his skin extremely flexible and stretchy.
In fact, he can stretch the skin on his abdomen up to 15 centimeters without causing any damage. This occurs not only on the abdomen but also on other parts of his body such as the neck and arms. Additionally, Gary's skin is not only highly elastic but also incredibly soft, causing those around him to be amazed by this unique phenomenon. However, not all areas of Gary's skin can stretch like that. His hands and feet, although not as flexible as other areas, still allow him to demonstrate his special ability. Thanks to this characteristic, Gary has been recorded in the Guinness World Records, becoming the person with the stretchiest skin. Interestingly, Gary is not the only person with this syndrome, but he is one of the most prominent cases due to the extreme development of this ability. However, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome does not only bring strange characteristics, but it also affects Gary's ligaments and internal organs. This can cause prolonged pain and sometimes lead to dangerous complications.
People with this syndrome often experience joint problems and are prone to dislocations, bleeding, and wounds that are very slow to heal,
although there is still no complete cure. Gary's story is a testament to the wonders of the human body, and also a reminder that we need to understand and empathize more with those living with rare conditions.
Nevertheless, Gary lives a meaningful life, actively participating in activities and sharing his story
to raise awareness about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Next, we will explore the interesting story of Louis Lin, a man from Malaysia
who has become a living symbol of a strange and attractive ability.
The Magnet Man.
He can attach up to 36 kilograms to his body solely through his unique self-adhesive ability.
He even demonstrated this strength by pulling an entire car with his body. Louis shared that this strange ability appeared when he was very young and gradually grew stronger over time. Remarkably, he can not only stick small items like thumbtacks, spoons, or stars,
but also heavier objects like pots and pans, and even large metal items such as tables and chairs.
Even more extraordinary,
scientists from the University of Technology Malaysia studied his body and discovered that Louis does not possess an internal magnetic field as many are.
Instead, his skin has very high friction, creating a strong suction effect
that allows metal objects to cling tightly to his body. Stranger still, this ability is entirely hereditary and has been passed down to his son and 3 grandchildren.
Louis' son also possesses a similar ability and once caused a stir by performing a special act at a major event. Thanks to this unique talent, he was recorded in the Malaysia Book of Records, and that's not all.
He also actively participates in charity events, contributing to society. These events not only allow him to showcase his ability but also provide opportunities to help those in difficult circumstances.
Louis also shared that he feels fortunate to use his talent to bring joy and support to the community, while raising awareness about the special abilities humans can possess. Lewis Lin's journey is also clear proof that humans can always surpass natural limits and even achieve things we once thought impossible. You will surely be amazed to hear the story of Stephen Wiltshire, a famous British artist.
Known for his impressive drawing and coloring abilities, his artistic journey began in childhood.
At a time when few could imagine, Stephen was diagnosed with autism at age 3 and did not begin speaking until he was 5 years old. However, notably, it was Stephen's sister, Annette, who recognized his special potential and took him to a friend's 14th floor apartment to view the city from above. From that moment, Stephen's passion for drawing and designing landmarks and buildings gradually formed and grew stronger over time. Today, Stephen Wiltshire is known as one of the most famous artists in the UK, and his story continues to inspire people worldwide. Stephen's special superpower is photographic memory. With this ability, just a brief glance allows him to recreate any scene with incredible detail.
Stephen's superpower is not only an astonishing phenomenon, but also an endless source of inspiration for art and creativity enthusiasts.
The Rubber Boy. If you think people with special abilities only appear in science fiction movies, the story of Daniel Browning Smith will make you reconsider. The Rubber Boy.
The Guinness Book of World Records recognizes him as the world's most flexible man.
Daniel can bend and stretch his body into strange shapes that seem impossible to us. Daniel's journey began when he was just 4 years old, discovering his special strength through simple play. With professional support and training from his father, Daniel honed his talent to become a master contortionist. He currently holds multiple world records for extreme flexibility, achievements no one has surpassed. Moreover, Daniel has appeared in many famous films and television shows. His performances not only leave a strong impression but also prove that live acts are more effective than computer-generated imagery, delivering powerful and vivid sensations found nowhere else. Kim's superhuman memory. Now we turn to an equally miraculous story about Kim, born in 1951 with a special health condition. At birth, doctors predicted he would never be able to walk or speak. They advised his family to institutionalize him. However, Kim's parents decided to raise him at home despite this advice, and the miracle began there. At just over a year old, Kim began memorizing everything he heard. After just one exposure, he could recite books and retain 98% of what he learned. Throughout his life,
Kim is estimated to have learned and memorized about 12,000 books, while demonstrating special talent in at least 15 different fields.
his excellence caught the attention of screenwriter Barry Morrow in 1985. After meeting Kim and witnessing his special abilities, Barry decided to write a story based on Kim's life.
This story was later adapted into the famous film Rain Man, helping Kim gain widespread recognition.
Not stopping there, Kim and his father were also invited around the world to share the touching story of their lives. Although Kim passed away in 2009 at the age of 58, his extraordinary memory and what he accomplished will forever be an endless source of inspiration for us. Wim Hof, a 59-year-old man from the Netherlands, has amazed the world by setting dozens of world records thanks to his extraordinary endurance in harsh conditions. However, what's special is that he is not an ordinary marathon runner. On his adventures to frigid lands like the Arctic Circle in Finland, or when conquering majestic mountains like Everest in Nepal and Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. He still only wears shorts and runs barefoot. With an unceasing adventurous spirit, Vim has conquered not only the highest peaks but also challenged his endurance in extreme environments. Not stopping there, he also holds the world record for ice swimming and completed a half-marathon run through the scorching Namib Desert without drinking a single drop of water. So what makes Vim so special? Researchers have discovered a strange ability in him. They believe that Vim can use mental strength to activate the stress response in his body, helping him overcome conditions that ordinary people could hardly endure.
Vim's secret lies in special breathing exercises, which help the body create its own ability to reduce pain and withstand extreme cold.
Vim believes that anyone can learn this method to achieve similar results, as long as they practice persistently. It's hard to believe seeing him sit for hours on a block of ice or walk through the Himalayas wearing only shorts, as if strolling in a garden.
Scientists are still puzzled by this strange ability and continue to seek explanations for the mysteries behind his extraordinary achievements. Moving to another story that is no less fascinating.
In an ordinary office, an employee surprised her colleagues by possessing a special ability. She can move objects with her mind. In a recorded video, she used her mind to quote a colleague's words from a phone during a meeting, leaving everyone confused and unable to explain the phenomenon. Although the security camera only recorded video without sound, some people thought she might have used a listening device to perform this trick. However, most believed she truly possesses a superpower, the ability to move objects with her mind. This is not the first time we've heard about such extraordinary abilities, which raises interesting questions about the potential of the human brain, making us curious about unexplored capabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, through stories that seem only possible in movies, we realize that superpowers are not distant or reserved for fictional characters, but exist right in everyday life, in people with strong will, endless passion, and continuous practice.
Whether it's a desert warrior, a high jump athlete on the staff, a monk controlling body temperature, or a girl with X-ray vision,
they all remind us that humans can always surpass limits if they believe enough in themselves. Because each story is proof of the hidden power in the human mind and body, where science is still trying to find explanations.
That is also a profound humanistic message we want to convey in this video.
Believe in miracles, because sometimes the impossible is just a limit we create ourselves.
If you also feel inspired by these extraordinary people, don't forget to like, share with friends, and subscribe to the mystery_core channel on TikTok to explore
the next exciting journeys. Thank you for accompanying us to the end of the video.
Hello and see you again in the next strange and fascinating discoveries.